Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. I am so happy to present to you Fritz. Fritz, tell us about you. Tell us about the business.
Hey, awesome. So I'm Fritz. I'm the founder facilitator of Podcastify Me. And after doing this for years, I've whittled down my pitch to one sentence. I get people booked on podcasts. I turn the bookings into business. Now, when I present to groups, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll ask a fairly simple question. And we don't have to have audience interaction for this one, but I'll ask, hey, how many of you have ever been a guest on a podcast? And almost every hand goes up when it comes to entrepreneurs. And I say, great. Keep your hand raised if that has actually resulted in business for you. Almost every hand goes down. I say almost because there have been one or two people that have accidentally won business from it, but they're not sure how to do it. They don't know how to reproduce it. And I said, okay, there's something going on here because people still guest on shows. They still intend to win business from it, but they haven't quite figured out what's the linchpin in this instance. They don't know what is it that makes it work for some people, works for Joe Schmo. Why isn't it working for me? And in doing a lot of study and figuring out what the actual problem is, because often when we think the problem is over here and we keep doing this, and it's not working, it's like, well, maybe we're looking at the wrong thing. And I've realized a lot of it has to do with the quality and strength of our offer. So I started asking questions of entrepreneurs. I said, tell me about your offer. Well, I've got, a little bit of this, and people can pick and choose and do, and it's like, all right. But then I find out what their close rate is. What's your close rate? Well, it's maybe 5%, 10% if they're measuring it. All right. Well, without a strong offer, that is going to make it so that people aren't really sure what to come to you about. So if they hear you on a show, they're not decisively saying, yes, I need to take a good step, a big leap toward that person and find out more about what they're doing because it's obvious they know what they're talking about. And I know how they can help me because they're explaining what they're doing for their clients. They know how they're solving problems. They have that confidence. So I want to share three things about what it takes to make a really strong offer and definitely take this under consideration. And if you listen to this and you think, well, I need to polish up my offer, please do it. Because as soon as I did that, I had more leads and more sales calls and more clients rolling in that I knew what to do with. And now I'm shouting it from the rooftops. All right. So the first thing about a good offer, it has to be resonant. It has to resonate with you, who you are as a person. And I think as entrepreneurs, a lot of times we get so busy in the day to day, the running around, da, 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 and we don't take the time to actually learn about ourselves. Who are we becoming? Who have we become so far? Where are we going? Okay. So what are your skills? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are the things that really just light you up as a person? When you get out of bed, as soon as your feet hit the floor, what are you excited about doing? Okay. What's your calling? When you understand what that is, what really resonates with you, certain activities that just make you buzz with excitement, start there. Okay. The next thing is that your offer should be holistic. And I can't tell you how many times I've run into situations where entrepreneurs will solve the symptoms of problems that people come to them with. Their best clients come to them with a certain kind of owie, and that's not actually the problem. It's like going to the doctor and you say, Doc, I got a headache. Can you help me out? Yeah. Take two aspirin and call me in the morning. Well, if the headache is happening because you've actually got a brain tumor, the aspirin is not going to help the situation. It's going to solve the symptom, but it's not going to solve the actual problem. Now, as an expert, you know what the underlying problems are, but you can also trust that when people come to you with what they think is a problem, they're actually coming to you with a symptom. They're responding to pain that they're having that you know how to fix. So your offer should be resonant with who you are. It should be holistic and actually solve the problems, not the symptoms. And it should do so powerfully. And the third part of a powerful offer is that it can be clear. If someone were to sit down with you at a Panera or whatever kind of coffee shops you guys have up there in the Northeast, and they say, listen, we got an hour. I'm going to spend some time with you. I'll buy the coffee. I'll even buy you a bear claw. Can you just explain how you do what you do end to end? And you don't have to be afraid to share a secret sauce with them. Because the fact is, if you can clearly explain step by step every single thing that you do, how you take them from where they are right now and get them to where they want to be and explain that entire process, map it out like a Sherpa that helps you climb Mount Everest. When you can get that clear, people are going to buy from you because they're not paying you for your time. They're paying you for reclaiming their time, right? It's 2026. Everybody has a phone. We all have laptops. We're all on Zoom. We live very much in the information age. You can learn anything you want, anytime you want. You can get good at anything you want. But if they really value their time, they're not going to want to do that. And when they see you clearly explaining your offer, clearly explaining the single thing that you are really awesome at doing, and they know that it's solving problems holistically, and they know that you're doing it because you just got this deep longing inside yourself to do this for people, to do this for them, they're going to align with you and they're going to buy from you. I can guarantee if you've got that level of offer, if you've got something like that that you're selling, it's going to come out in how you present on podcasts. It's going to get people wanting to come closer. They're electing to come closer to you because they like you and they get you and they know that you get them. And they're like, I got to figure out a way to get closer to that person. Do they have a Facebook group or can I follow them on LinkedIn or like an email list, something? Can I book a call? Right? They're going to come in. They're going to figure out a way to come to you. It's not going to be, come on, come on. It's just be out there and you'll attract people. So, this is the summary of what I've learned over the last 7 years of being in the podcasting world. And I was sharing in one of the breakout rooms before. I'm like, I don't do anything in moderation. I just dig and dig and dig. And I find all kinds of cool things. I find things that don't seem to relate to one another. And then when I surface up again, come up for air, I do that once in a while. And I'm bringing things together that people are like, well, I never would have thought to smash this and this and this other thing together. How did you figure that? I'm like, I don't know. I just tried it and it worked. Yay, here you go. And it's so much fun. Polish up your offer. Really take a good look. And if you have one thing that you can pour yourself into and just work on it and modify it, try some things, see what works, see what doesn't work. Don't just staple things to the side of it because it seems like it looks cool. But if it helps support the overall experience and would benefit your clients better if you added something, or maybe if you took something away, that would be good too. Keep it clean. But focus on one thing that you can do really well and really powerfully for other people. There we go.
Awesome. Fritz, what's the best way people can get a hold of you if they want to learn more and talk with you and just talk podcasting?
Yeah, best way would be I'm going to drop my link in the chat. There is an intro call. It is the second link listed in what I just pasted, but that's a 30-minute call. You get booked. I'll ask you some questions and we'll just have a good old conversation. It's good
I
stuff.
love
We'll
it.
get to know each
I love
other.
it. Well, thanks, Fritz. We look forward to supporting you and your business.
Thank you. Appreciate it.